The house is gone, approximately in such words, uttered by Professor Preobrazinski from Bulgakov's Art of a Dog, one could convey the mood of Mitsubishi Pajero lovers who learned that the new, third generation left the frame, the dependent rear axle in the dustbin of history and began to be equipped with injection engines. After 7 years that have passed since the debut of the model, it became clear that the competitors went the right way. So, Toyota, which left the Prado in a classic design, did not lose its customers, but the Pajero III did not repeat the popularity of its predecessor among those who care about the off-road qualities of a car. For some unknown reason, the only gasoline engine supplied to our market was the injection GDI V6 3.5L, 202 horsepower, Model 6 G74. While for North America, where the Pajero has always been sold under the Montero name, modifications of this motor were offered without any ultra-modern high-tech technologies. It's as if the Japanese don't know what quality our gasoline is and that the followers of Vasily Alibabevich from Gentlemen of Fortune still dilute it with donkey urine. And our climate is rainy and snowy, and water in the fuel can be not only by direct entry into the tank. After biting some water, the high-pressure fuel pump throws back its hooves without even squeaking. In addition to the pump, high-pressure nozzles that do not digest dirt and non-standard additives are at risk. The situation was somewhat improved by additional fuel filters, which have been regularly installed on specimens officially sold in Russia for some time now. It would be nice if the gap in the line of units was plugged with the right diesel engines, but no, the old 4D56 2.5-liter, 99 horsepower, four-cylinder engine, which was installed on its predecessor, is, to put it mildly, rather weak for the grown Pajero. Moreover, it is often combined with a simple Easy Select 4WD transmission with a hard-wired front end. Well, another diesel engine is a 3.2-liter 165 horsepower four-cylinder Unit 4M41 with a DD direct fuel injection system. A modern high-tech economical motor with a crazy torque of 373 Nm at 2000 RPM, but like the devil incense afraid of low-quality diesel fuel and water in it. And a spoon of honey in this barrel of tar is that the high-pressure pump of this diesel engine, unlike many competitors, is maintainable. When using fuel from proven gas stations, regularly replacing filters and paying attention to the cooling system, both engines of 150 to 200,000 are nursed without problems. And then investments will be required in any way, for the same nozzles, pumps, seals. It seems that 200,000 kilometers is a very solid mileage, but the specifics of our market is such that such cars roll 40 to 60,000 a year. Read for yourself. With any motor, both a manual gearbox and an automatic one are combined. There are no complaints about the mechanics, but on copies of the first years of production, the DD diesel used to finish off the automatic that could not withstand its power. In the line of bodies, two versions were offered, a 5-door and a compact 3-door. In order not to infringe on the rear passengers, the 3-door is made with a spacious interior, but a tiny trunk. Most 5-doors are 7-seater, with the third-row seat folded into a floor niche, while on the Pajero II, folding seats reduce the useful volume of the trunk. We bought new cars for the most part in the maximum equipment. Among the electronic assistants, an anti-skid, traction control system and one more, designed to ensure a confident descent from the mountain, were optionally installed. The maximum number of airbags is 6. As before, in the transmission of this Pajero there is a Super Select 4WD transfer case. However, on it is modernized, the second generation. Super Select 2 allows you to select one of 4 modes. It can only be rear-wheel drive, selector position 2H. 4-wheel drive with torque distribution depending on road conditions in the ratio from 33:67 to 50:50, 4H. 4-wheel drive with the locked center differential, 4HLC. Well, the same thing with the lowering row in the transfer case, 4LLC. As an option, a rear axle lock is offered, and a limited slip differential is used in the basic equipment. There are no questions about the mechanical part of the transmission, but the electronics are sometimes buggy. The transfer case sensors or their wiring fail, and then it becomes impossible to switch modes. The icon with the mode indication located on the tidy flashes. There are problems with the front axle connection system. In terms of patency, Pajero III is not inferior to its predecessor, which climbs with dignity on the right rubber. But the security of the chassis, transmission units, and other components under the bottom has become worse. But on the road, the car behaves almost lightweight, steers very decently, provides a comfortable ride, including on broken surfaces. This is a merit of independent suspension, low center of gravity, as well as high body rigidity achieved by abandoning the frame structure. The chassis with independent front suspension and rear multi-link has changed radically. The solid rear axle has retired, and springs have taken the place of the front torsion bars. Well, at least it was possible to do without pneumatics, which is so popular today. Otherwise, body position sensors and air springs would certainly have been on the list of weak points. The struts and bushings of the front stabilizer with the normal driving style end by 50,000 kilometers. The ball bearings of the levers live a little more. The need for a global overhaul of the front suspension usually comes after 100,000 kilometers and costs $1,000. In the rear suspension, the stabilizer struts and bushings are slightly more durable than the front, and numerous levers have to be changed closer to 200,000. Their comprehensive upgrade will cost about $1,500. In the rack and pinion steering in the region of 100,000 kilometers, play appears in the steering tips. The rail itself is quite reliable, and cases of its replacement due to unrepairable leaks and criminal knocks, light ones do not count, are rare. The greatest dissatisfaction among the owners is the brake system. 10 to 20,000 kilometers, and when braking, a strong beating begins, in which the deformed front discs are to blame. At first, the discs were given a guarantee of 6 months, but then, realizing the magnitude of this trouble, their scheduled service life was increased. The proposed groove helps for a while. The cars of the first years of production failed the hydraulic accumulator of the brake system, and therefore it was replaced during the recall. His malfunctions did not lead to any consequences and were felt only by abnormal sounds. Very fragile glass in the fog lights. Officials are aware of this problem and rarely refuse to replace fog lights under warranty, although it is recommended not to use them in rainy weather. Funny? In the list of troubles, breakdowns of the windshield wiper trapezoid of elderly cars are noted, the cause of which is the ubiquitous dirt. There are not isolated cases of damage to the tubes of the air conditioner, the cooling system, and the rear circuit heater. The trend in the global automotive industry to make cars disposable has not bypassed the Pajero. While fresh, good, but after 4 to 5 years of intensive use, the owner will study and practice the price lists for many spare parts, which are very expensive. But such is the price for owning a comfortable car with a rare type of transmission and decent driving performance.